Welcome back, everyone, to round number 5 of the Legacy 1K hosted by Chimera Gaming. This is going to be a win-in match into top 8. On player 1 side, we have Connor piloting what looks to be Goblins because there's a bunch of stickers face up in front of both players. And it looks like there's 2 decks? 3 decks? Connor's shuffling 1, and then there's 2 more piles of cards, so I think both players might have sticker decks. Anyway, the player on player 2 side, we have Dominic Harvey. Actually, those extra decks look like they're both Connor's. Dominic not flipping any cards over, but going straight into their opening hands. Alright, looks like Connor is going to take a mulligan and go down to 6 cards. And we will see if Dominic wants to keep. Looks like he is. Oh, okay, so we see crop rotation in Dominic's hand. So he is playing some sort of lands type. Whether it is Selesnya Depths that he was playing on, or during the previous 1K that happened literally the day before this. We live streamed that one at Enter the Battlefield. It looks like Connor is going to take a mulligan straight down to 5. But yeah, if you guys didn't catch it, there is a VOD on my YouTube channel that covers the majority of the rounds. I think we missed round 1 and like a little bit of round 2. But the full VOD is up there. There are quite a lot of long breaks. So my plan is to get the video and just kind of chop it up into the rounds and just repost them. We did do live commentary for that one, so it just is a matter of finding some time to just chop that video up into individual rounds. Okay, so we are going to see Connor. Looks like there's... I'm not gonna lie, I can't really tell, but there is a Swimming Spirit Eye. There is an Ancient Tomb that he's holding on to. I think that's the Chalice of the Void in his hand as well. It looks like there's 2 Ancient Tombs in his hand. So one is going to get pushed to the bottom. I'm not sure what the second card he bottomed is, but probably won't be seeing it. Dominic is going to start off with a beautifully altered Mox Diamond. Going to pitch an Ancient Tomb. Down comes a second Mox Diamond. Going to pitch Misty Rainforest. Finds Yavimaya, Cradle of Growth. Going to Life from the Loam. Return the 2 cards that he discarded to the Mox Diamonds. So he's going to have Misty Rainforest, Ancient Tomb, and an unknown card in hand that we know is crop rotation, actually. I've just remembered. We're going to see Ancient Tomb, exile Simian Spirit Guide, and play Goblin Rabble Master for Connor. He's going to bring himself down to 18. Going to go to combat, going to trigger the Goblin Rabble Master, make a Goblin, swing at Dom for 1 point of damage. Going to pass a turn. Dom going to dredge Life from the Loam back. Mills, Exploration, Wasteland. Going to add that Life from the Loam back to the hand. So we know Dom's hand is Ancient Tomb, Misty Rainforest, Life from the Loam, and a crop rotation. So I think he would have really liked to see one of those explorations. Dom going to crop rotation, sacrifice the Yavimaya, Cradle of Growth. Gonna search his deck for any land. Knows that the Goblins deck does not have any interaction for this kind of card. Down comes Tabernacle. Pretty good against the Goblin Rabble Master. There is a Life from the Loam. Gonna bring back Wasteland and... Okay, so Life from the Loam returned Yavimaya and Wasteland. Dominic Harvey going to play Wasteland and Wasteland away Connor's Ancient Tomb. That will make Connor not be able to pay for the Goblin Rabble Master and the Goblin token, and that will clear Connor's board. Connor then draws for turn. He's going to play a Chrome Mox, exile a Goblin Matron, pass the turn. Dominic going to untap his Mox Diamonds. So I think at this point, because you've got rid of 2 explorations, you might as well keep dredging to just fuel more lands into your graveyard. He's so much further ahead than Connor that he could afford to just play 1 land at a time. So this leads me to believe that he is just on regular lands and not Selesnya Depths. Depths does not really play Life from the Loam, but I can't really remember. I know we just saw it, but I can't really remember. All I know is that Dom milled an Echoing Deeps there. So I'm going to play the Misty Rainforest. Could be, yeah. There's a Life from the Loam. Gonna return Wasteland and Echoing Deeps. Okay, so he has double Wastelands, double Wasteland, Echoing Deeps, and a Yavimaya in hand. Alright, I'm going to crack the Misty Rainforest to bring himself down to 18. Going to find, I think this is the new green-white Surveil land. I'm gonna check the top. Looks like it's good enough to keep. No, gonna bin it. He bins Soul Guide Lantern. Oh, did Dom pick up a Thespian stage? He's gonna draw for his turn. Plays Wasteland. Down comes Sphere of Resistance. I think that is the card that he drew for the turn. Gonna pass. Connor just gonna pass back. Gonna dredge, mill Pithing Needle, Sphere of Resistance, Life from the Loam. So Wasteland's his own Surveil land, going to Echoing Deeps, make it come in as the Surveil land. So because he does get the Surveil, he's gonna bin it. It is a Dark Depths. And just gonna pass the turn. I wonder what he's keeping his oh, he can't pay for the Life from the Loam because of the Sphere of Resistance. Alright, Dominic firmly in the driver's seat. Connor has not been able to find another mana source to start doing things. He's gonna return. So Dom gonna return the Surveil land, Dark Depths, and a Wasteland. Finds a Riftstone portal. There's a Thespian stage that Dom is going to surveil away. There's a Cavern of Souls. I'm gonna most likely name Goblins. So I'm going to Dredge Life from the Loam, hits Urza Saga, Taiga, Wooded Foothills. Gonna pay 3 mana, Life from the Loam, finds the 3 cards that he just milled. Thespian Stage, Urza Saga, Savannah. Going to play Wasteland, get rid of the Cavern of Souls, and I think he discards a land for turn, and it's a Riftstone portal. So now his Tabernacle can tap for mana. I think Dave might be operating the camera. He's kind of adjusted it so that we can see Dom's graveyard. Yeah. Okay, so Dom gonna play Thespian Stage for the turn and pass back to Connor. Connor finds a Chalice of the Void for his top deck. Down comes Cavern of Souls. Gonna pay 3 mana for a Battlecry Goblin and just gonna pass the turn. Dom draws for his turn. Down comes Dark Depths. Passes the turn. Upkeep trigger going to triggers the Battlecry Goblin. He needs to pay 1 mana because of the Tabernacle. Just going to let it die. And we're going to go to the next game. So Dominic Harvey fully in control there with the lands. Takes it over Connor on Goblins. I hope you guys got a snack or a drink. We are here covering the Legacy 1K hosted by Chimera Gaming. So we have Connor piloting Goblins against Dom piloting lands. So Dom is up 1 game. Both players good. Looks like they kept their 7s. Connor just going to start off with a Cavern of Souls and passes the turn. Cavern of Souls most likely naming Goblins because we know he's on Goblins. So Cavern of Souls most likely on Goblins. I don't think there's any other creature types other than, I think Simian Spirit Guide is an ape. I don't think it's a monkey. But yeah, gonna see Dom start off with Yavimaya, Cradle of Growth. Goes straight into Exploration, finds Dark Depths, puts it into play, and just gonna pass the turn. Actually, no, he can't top for green, so if he has another Exploration or Crop Rotation, wouldn't be too terrible. Although Crop Rotation is kind of mad. Oh, there's a Elvish Reclaimer. So Elvish Reclaimer is really good in the depths list that place Sphere of Resistances in the main board. There's a Goblin Rabblemaster from Connor, bringing himself down to 18. There's two ways. It looks like Dominic just blocked the 1/1 Goblin, but you could just go into main phase 2 and cast a Goblin Rabblemaster, but it doesn't really matter. Anyway, Dom is going to cast a Mox Diamond, going to discard the green-white Surveil land. I should probably learn what these new land names are called. They are actually quite strong and powerful, enough for them to be seen play as one-ofs in respective colored decks. I was actually surprised at how strong these new lands are. Just being fetchable just puts them a notch above other lands that are in standard. But here is 6 mana, gonna go for a Muxus, brings him down. Connor brings himself down to 14 while trying to do this. Muxus is gonna resolve, and we're gonna look at a bunch of cards. There is a Broadside Bombardier, and we've hit the Realm of Glare, so I can't really tell what these cards are. But it looks like there's Broadside. Is it Goblin Warchief? Oh, there's a Sticker Goblin. Okay, so 2 Broadsides, a Sticker Goblin, and a Goblin. I believe it's a Warchief. So it looks like the Warchief is gonna go off, finds a Goblin Matron. Oh, sorry, not Warchief. Ringleader, Goblin Ringleader. So it's like Lead the Stampede. It reveals the top 4 cards of his library. For all goblins, you can add them to your hand. So the Sticker Goblin is going to come in. He gets to put a sticker on it. And then for each unique vowel, you get to generate 1 red mana. So that's going to put a Goblin Warchief onto the battlefield. That gives everything haste. And this is a very explosive turn 3. Oh, there's a Goblin Ringleader. Or sorry, a Goblin Rabblemaster. There's 2 Goblin Rabblmasters now. Sorry, I didn't really register that one of them is the promo art. There has to be a Glacial Chasm in this deck, right? So there's 2 Goblin tokens. So these Rabblmasters are going to be massive. Okay, so how many goblins are there? There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So Muxus is getting plus 10. Rabblemaster, yeah, Dominic just gonna scoop it up. That is gonna be Connor taking it, making it tied 1-1. So Dominic will be on the play for game number 3. We are back for game number 3 between Connor and Dominic. Dominic going to be taking a mulligan down to 6. Looks like Connor is going to be keeping his 7. And I believe Dominic is going to be on the play. He did lose game number 2 to an extremely explosive hand by Connor. It was a turn 2 Goblin Rabblemaster into turn 3 Muxus that hit like 4 goblins, and then it's just one of them was name sticker goblin and he just popped off. All right, so we're gonna see if Dominic can keep a 6-card hand. So I know there's a Maze of It that looked like an Urza Saga in Dominic's hand. So it looks like he is going to keep. So he has to decide on what card he's going to send to the bottom. Okay, so Dominic will start with a Mox Diamond, going to discard Maze of Ith, play Urza's Saga for the turn. Down comes Torpor Orb. Yeah, I'm a big fan of this card. So this will stop any triggered abilities from creatures entering the battlefield. Connor going to start off with City of Traders into Chrome Mox into Blood Moon. Gets rid of the Urza Saga from Dominic's side of the battlefield. Dominic just going to play an Expedition map and pass the turn. Connor going to play Mountain into Broadside Bombardier. An attack for 2. Dominic finds a Forest. This is not looking too good for Dominic Harvey. All right, Dom just going to pass. Connor going to draw for his turn. There's a Cavern of Souls. Down comes Goblin Rabblemaster. Each of these unaffected by Torpor Orb. Alright, so Dominic gonna take 3 points of damage here from the 1/1 Goblin and the 2/2 Broadside Bombardier. Dominic Harvey going to crack the Expedition map at the end of Connor's turn. What can he find to get him out of this situation? Finds a Boseiju. So this will deal with the Blood Moon. There is a crop rotation in his hand. Dominic Harvey just gonna pass. Doesn't find another land. Connor going to play Goblin Trashmaster. This does not bode well for Dominic Harvey. So this Rabble Master is going to be attacking for 1, 2, 3. So Rabble Master is going to be 5. Goblin is going to be 6. Broadside is going to be 7, 8. That will bring Dom down to 7. The Trashmaster can deal with Torpor Orb if needed. It can also take Dom off of a mana source by blowing up the Mox Diamond. Yep, we're going to see Connor's attack. Okay, so here's going to be a crop rotation, sacrificing Forest. Finds Dark Depths. Boseiju. It's got to be the Blood Moon, right? Because this creates a Merit Lodge. Because Dark Depths enters as a mountain and no longer has counters on it. So the moment Blood Moon gets removed, Dark Depths is going to trigger and create Merit Lodge. Merit Lodge is going to go to block the Rabble Master. Dom going to take 1, 2, 3, 4 from the 2 Goblins and the Broadside Bombardier. So yeah, at this point, because Merit Lodge is, blocking the Rabble Master, you could just use Broadside and fling it at Dom's face to get an extra 5 points of damage. Connor is what? Is he completely tapped out? Yeah, he tapped out for the Goblin Trashmaster. So I guess this looks like to be Dom's game. Blood Moon helped that was a really good sequence and line of play from the Expedition map from Dominic Harvey. Looks like Connor is in the tank. Is there a way for him to get out of this? Wow, okay, so Dominic Harvey takes it over Connor. That is lands over Goblins. Thanks for joining me for this one. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I will see you guys for the next round, which will be the beginning of the top 8. We do have all of the matches for this one, so please stay tuned for that. Thank you, Chimera Gaming, for hosting this event and letting us record, and I will see you guys next time. Take it easy.